I don't know. I don't know. Like it's just been a really bad year for me. Like with everything, coming off the anxiety medication. Like I have not been right since. Like you know what I mean. Like it takes me very long time to get better. Like back on track. Like with things like sleep or just everything. Like it I think I'm gonna go back on the anxiety medication.
Hi, come on in. So the one thing yesterday, thanks for joining us. I'm sharing, like yesterday we had a session with my teacher. Like he does Positive Anonymous program with me, so he's my sponsor. Like you guys have me as your coach, he's my coach. So one of the things he said is there is 7 heavens upstairs. Think of it that way, and 7 hell. So people who are so caught up with their past, you keep going down, right?
Yeah.
So that's the hellish way to live. So whatever process we are doing, bring yourself to the next level.
Yeah, it's the worst.
So he says 7 below, 7 above. The problem is we have to vertically go up, So like the highest level is to be pure consciousness, not worry about the body, emotions, or I am worth it, mental issues. And to be pure goodness, okay, which is like a very, very difficult to achieve, But it doesn't matter where you are. Don't be stuck in your past and move one step forward. That's all. That's all was the sponsorship about yesterday. So I'm going to use like what was happening with me, with my husband, like over the weekend. One of the issue I am listening is my kids feel I'm not tuned in with them. But they use like words like that is very hurtful. They say like, you screwed up, mom. You're not a good mother. They use words they know is going to be hurtful. But at the same time, they want pocket money to spend on dinner, right? Which is very typical of kids, So my husband handles it very nicely, what he does is, too bad, I'm your parent, whether you like it or not, So it's no one ever, For me, I don't want to force my kids to help me. And so I kind of do it the other way around. No matter whether they treat me right or not, let me do the right thing. So I was supposed to give them pocket money, $10 spending money to go to dinner and stuff. So one kid says, Mom, thank you so much. The other one says, F you. And I'm saying, do you really believe I screwed up? He says, and I said, would you change your mind? He says, I guess so. I said, you're not getting the $10. I'm sorry. So my husband pitches in and he says, no, you need to treat them fair. You have to both give them. I said, come on, give me a break. It's like, you treat them fair, provided they treat you fair, right? It doesn't make sense to me. So my husband, goes into this huffy puffy act where he says, can you just keep quiet for a few minutes? I'm saying, not only I'm being attacked by kids, my husband using his algorithm at the wrong time screws me out further, so he makes me look like. And actually the best part I have learned is when people kick your stupid gene on, you show up stupid, when they treat you like a moron. For some reason, I do behave like a moron. When they treat you with respect, something shifts in me. I don't know why. It's I don't know whether it's like a divine habit but whatever it is, what they see in me, I easily reflect. And it's not that I don't know what I'm doing, but sometimes it confuses me what I'm supposed to be doing, knowing I know what the right thing to do is. Would be taking off from there, never to see them again. But I cannot unplug myself either. So after all this, like, they wanted to shut down the campsite and, like, stay for the bonfire and leave the campground. I said, you know what? I have supported you guys enough. And I said, I'm taking off early. And I said, I don't want the bonfire. I would rather be alone. So that's when it dawns on them. Oh, so you are taking off? I said, isn't it normal that you would rather spend time with people who are pleasant to you rather than engaging with a family with them is so hurtful? Has it ever occurred to you? But anyway, so only when I was taking off, it suddenly dawned on them. Oh, so you're independent? I said, yeah. I took off. I decided I'm going to, like, just do my own stuff. I came to Simply Keemer here on the way because the campsite was in Keene. And I went and bought a $10 dinner. I loved it. I spent the best dinner ever. And I came home. One of the things, afterwards, I had a dream. I'm doing colon hydrotherapy in Rhode Island. In this dream, I look like, almost looks like shithole, right? Like I'm inside like this big tunnel, which kind of like reminded me of colon. And I see the person who is guiding me is way ahead in front, and I'm not able to keep pace. And the person who is distracting me is like a lot of people who have problems to solve. So I want to learn from them how to solve their problem because each person has a unique issue that I cannot like walk away and I have to listen to them. And the person who is way up ahead or getting frustrated with me because I'm not keeping tab with them. But if I miss this, I'm going to miss the healing part because going out is not the issue. How to heal each person so that everybody gets out properly is also one of my agenda. So like it kind of like, put it into perspective what I have to do in addition. Like, each child has to be raised by me, whether they give out like good or bad results, it doesn't matter. It literally in a visual form told me, and my teacher came and said afterwards, he explained, he says when people control you and give you tasks that you need to finish, they give you courage, muscle memory. But if in case people make you stay back and help you resolve their problem, they give you biomemory. That is, you can reproduce that result again and again, right? So running ahead and reaching the goal is not my problem because I have done this many times before. And they always get disappointed because once you reach, they say, oh, my life is not fun anymore. What's the point in being sober and miserable, right? So the thing is, I need to really take it into balance. Each person has a process. So I feel it's not the destination I need to work on. It's the process. Because if they forget the process, they all feel disappointed. I got them quicker to the end. And they end up messing up again. So my journey is not my husband's journey. My husband's journey is keeping everybody sober, keeping them safe. But my journey is keeping the process going so each person gets to the next level. But at the same time, when we came home, right? Yesterday, like day before yesterday, we came home. They all, after bonfire, they came very late at night. So yesterday was also a holiday. And I told them I'll give them money for eat out, And they, by this time, my eldest one was very nice, and like they kind of like got together in a better space mentally. And I think it is kids, like they act one way one day and another day another way. And this time, the interesting lesson I had was I did my colonics last week, and one of the things I'm noticing is once you finish the colonic, you could see the intestinal wall has thickened so much. So it does need a little bit more healing than just getting the poop out, seriously. So I was doing a protocol to help that. And as soon as I finished the colonics, my air cells in my ears started opening up. But the beating of the air cell takes 20 seconds. So like it's not like my heartbeat, but something will pop every 20 seconds. Boop, and it will be long pause. Boop. It used to drive me nuts, because it is like beating at a different rate than my heart. But one girl who was coming off Cymbalta, after 6 months, she says it literally feels like somebody is slapping your ear again and again.
What is it?
Cymbalta is a psych meds. They use it for mood stabilization.
What is it? Maybe it's not something beating. Like
No, the withdrawal
like
from that is like slapping your ears. So when and I could finally understand what you were saying, because this beating is not, I hope that's not a wasp. It kind of looks like a wasp. So what it is it actually beats, not like your heart rate, but initially it's not a problem. But after some time, it gets to be very annoying when you have a sound you hear again and again that's not part of your regular thing. So one of the thing I learned was,
there's two things there, isn't there?
Is there?
Yeah, unless that's two parts of the body.
I don't know whether it's coming from
I think
outside.
that's two bugs together.
Oh, really?
Wasps have that second kind of.
Oh, was it like, you know what I mean? I don't know if that was just my out of the corner of my eye, or if that was two.
So then what happened was we were ordering dinner, and we were in the other room, and my kids talk in a baritone, like a very deep voice. So I could not tell the difference between my eldest one and the youngest one. So I usually wait, because their attitude, my eldest would use sarcasm more. My youngest one would not be sarcastic. So sometimes I listen a little bit longer to come to a conclusion who's speaking. And
you got a chance to go.
He is right. It looks like two bugs together. No, it is single.
Something hanging from it or something.
Maybe like, it is a mom.
They have those weird. Maybe though.
I wonder whether it's coming from outside. See, I wonder whether there is a passage outside, because there is another one on the other side I can see.
I've ever seen. Like, what is dragging behind it?
I wonder whether it's pregnant.
It's like that thing's carrying it.
I wonder whether it can go out.
I don't know. Like I've seen.
But anyway, so one of the thing is, I noticed like my kids, when they speak, my husband can immediately pinpoint which one is speaking, and I cannot yet pinpoint, because first challenge is American slang I don't understand. And second thing is their baritone voice. Sometimes it takes me a little bit more information to space them, because I hear people differently, like a tone, rather than their style. And so that's where I understood I really need to pay attention to how my husband listens, because it's not what I'm hearing or what I'm saying. I am living a lifestyle they're not used to, because I still use my culture to interact with them. And in my culture, people, even if they are rude, you tolerate. In America, it's not okay. So like, I think that's where my problem is. My problem is like, I don't think I can ever change me. And I think I really need to understand how to be an American. That's my
You don't have to change who you are.
No, but even though it's no. That is technically true for normal people. Rude behavior, you have to first get on their wavelength first.
Yeah.
Because to stop the rudeness, you need to understand what is fun. Because sometimes like my kids think I'm not fun, right? So you need to really understand where is that they cross the line.
There's like a rudeness that is like some people have, that is in a good way, like where me and my friends growing up, like we made fun of each other bad, but not like where it was fun, like we were all having fun at it. Like it wasn't supposed to be in like
personal.
Yeah, it wasn't personal. Like and like you knew what you could say that was like messing around. Where if like somebody else heard that didn't know, they'd be like, wow,
Right.
they're talking to each other like really bad. But once you know, like that was like an inside joke or something like or whatever, there's like a lot of slang and a lot of like where if you heard it from another culture or you heard it, you'd be like, well, holy shit, did you hear that? That was two talking to each other.
Because see, what
But
happens
it's
is,
meant to be like how do you say it? Like coming from a good place, I guess.
no,
right?
the kids nowadays, right?
sarcasm and-
Yeah, but the kids nowadays, right? Like when I ask them to speak again, they say, whatever, mom, you never listen to us anyway. So
Yeah,
they think I'm not paying attention. But my problem is I cannot comprehend them.
So you got to say the best.
Even
thing
though
is
they
to
are
say
my own
exactly.
kids, I have
I don't know what you're
absolutely
saying,
no idea.
but-
So like they think that's not cool. So like I find there are a lot of challenges. And then my stepdaughter, right?
There's
Like
no
so,
way you could
so my
find out what
stepdaughter,
that is
like
unless you're the same age.
she sent an emoji for me, and my eldest one says, "Look at you. That's why people do. They send emoji when you don't want to deal with them." So 3 hearts and a leaf. I have no idea what it means. So they make it sound as though I'm so annoying that people would rather just send you emojis.
They're just messing with you.
But like I'm like, hey, give me like a way to communicate with you guys, so I at least engage with you. They said, "Mom, stop annoying us." I said, if it is anybody else, I don't even need to engage, right? I want to know what your world is like. So essentially, my husband
Good
says,
luck with
you
that, like,
need to
especially
be.
with the new generation.
No, my
inside. I don't
husband's
even know.
word is, you need to be seen, not heard. That's all we want from you. You want to be. So yesterday, right night, I was in my yard doing my mushroom garden. My husband says, we love that you're having a good time. I say, so what they essentially want me to do is do nothing, hang out, and keep dishing out money to them and not speak. I'm like, that's the essence of my existence they want. So I can take it. The reality is that's the way I can take it, or do my own way, have fun with it. So I haven't fathomed my own families. The biggest puzzle ever. How do you guys deal with
You
it?
might not never.
I don't think if you ever figure it out,
Yeah.
the kids are gonna get older and it's gonna be something else. It's
I
just-
don't think. I think you need to be like somehow like that's what I've learned older I got is that it's always gonna be messed up something, and you gotta
No,
somehow
I
be
think
okay
that's the space
it's like
you're
some-
going through with your relationship. That's the reason I brought it up,
Well,
because
besides like
don't
I mean,
give
it's
up.
just everything work
See,
whatever it is like there's always gonna be
like with
something
your father and
that-
stuff. What I'm saying
I want
is,
to be. I don't
see-
want to be that miserable person. Like
No,
I
no,
like
but-
to be. I
but-
see people that are like okay with, like you know what I mean. Like,
no, but
like,
you were saying
tough.
you're giving up on your relationship. That's
no, I
not
said
an
I don't
answer
know.
either.
I don't know. Like, that's what I said.
So what I'm saying is, even though it's hard, it's worth compromising sometimes. See, like that's why I'm saying that dream, because it's not about destination. Because we can, what God does it in a weird way, He'll give you another package, very very nice, same problem. Okay, you never are done, right? Like you kind of understand what I'm saying, right? Like so. I feel the problem is not outside. The problem is we don't know the answer, so we keep attracting the same situation. So if you do not know the answer, you are never going to unravel it. So you really need to stay there, finish it completely, and walk away saying you have done your 100%. And that's where, and today morning, my husband was very nice. He called, and he says to me, hey, we really need you around. So I think he gets it, but not at the time when I need emotional support. He gets it eventually, but he has to process it too with his friends or meetings, and then he comes back. But by the time, all the emotional ups and downs I've gone through, and I'm like saying, my God, is it worth it? This life with so much hardships, but I think in the long run it is worth it because my kids were very nice last night. Last night they said the minute we ordered like a takeout, and they said, "Mom, thank you so much, Mom." And I'm like saying, they understand it, but at that point when they are acting out, I really need to be not get caught up with that. But it's so hard when everybody's attacking you at the same time.
Right.
And the interesting part is, vast same thing happened. We were in the kayaks. There was this huge paper wasp nest. Did you see the architecture of that paper wasp nest? Oh my God, it's so pretty. It looks like lot of marks, like a arc, little castle like entrance they have. This huge
It's amazing.
yeah, they have wonderful architecture. So I was working at Native American. They have totem animals. When I went and looked at the paper was, it's about perseverance. Their quality is perseverance, and not to give up on your family. That's why it's so interesting. The wasp again came in. It looks like there is a special meaning to them. Look it up, animal totem for wasp. It's so amazing. So I think bee has a different agenda, but whereas the wasp has a different agenda. And the other thing for retreat, I actually literally bought it. Did you see? Where did I put it? It's
Sparkle came
no, it has a lily in a bottle. Did you see
going
it?
through the
Oh, okay.
main intersection. Boom, 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 on the scooter, and I was like, no. Like right in the middle, of every, and I was like, oh, no. I had to get off and push it off to the side of the road, and I was like, oh, Jesus God, this sucks. And then I saw the thing bounced off.
It's an easy fix.
Yeah, but it's like a metal one. You know what I mean? It's not it's usually like a rubber, kind of little, yeah, it's like a metal one. It's not really if you went over a bump, I gotta change that. But that was I was like, oh. And it couldn't have happened in a worse, just around
Is it
here.
like a
Once you get,
muffler?
no, it's just where it gets the electricity, the spark for the engine. But it's and I was like, Jesus. And whenever I've hit bumps and gone over other stuff, there's manhole covers, and it's just weird. Whenever something goes wrong, it happens right in the middle of where you wouldn't want to.
Right.
I miss four doors. You know what I mean? Or if the weather, if it's raining, or I watch the weather now more. But I still like it. But I think how you get around is important. Not you don't need something wicked expensive, but I could have the biggest
Have you
piece of
seen-
junk car. But as
Yeah.
long as it worked, we could go outside and get to where you're going. That does matter.
I saw recently there is a scooter that's a trike like you would have two wheels on one side, one on the other with almost looks like a golf cart,
Yeah.
but it's a scooter. Have you seen in
You
Rhode
showed it
Island
to
they
me,
are doing?
I miss being able to pick somebody else up.
Yeah.
You're with another person more in a car. In a scooter, you'll meet people someplace or whatever, but it's
Anyway, so to finish up, to wrap up what I was saying about wasp is they have lilies, right? It seems lotus is the only plant that will allow wasp to sit there and close, so it will give it a home at night. Only plant. So that's
what,
why
a lily or what?
lily pad,
Oh, a one in in a pot.
or even the flower, right? At
Yeah.
night closes. The only place wasp would find home is in a lily flower or a pad, because even if it is hurting the plant gives it home. So that's why it's considered a recovery. Showerhead lilies, you'd see so that I learned about a lily as well. But what I'm saying is, Wasp and Lily is what I'm working with as the totem animal, spirit animals. And I feel it's not what people say, it's how we respond makes it part of our therapy.
It's harder to do around the same people. Like, you know, like when you're around other people,